What's going on, everybody? Product Probes Christian back at you with a fun one today from Tac-Force. This is the TF-640EMT knife. Something a little different. They usually have a bunch of the different series. They have the police, the sheriff, the firefighter. This one's actually a different style than some of the ones we've done before, so we went ahead and got it. We have like 3 other EMTs. Let's go ahead, get into the review, and see what we're dealing with. Okay guys, so right off the bat, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this blade. Pretty simple. Got your standard Tanto blade, and what I mean by that is, you're gonna have your straight blade at the bottom right here, and then you're gonna have that uptick right there. So you're gonna have pretty much an angle separating these two blades, and it's almost 2 blades right here. You're gonna have just a regular, almost kind of like a drop point right there. But yes, you do have your Tanto. Nice black oxidation on the bottom of the blade, on the bevel, and then at the top, you're gonna have your regular stainless steel. Got your dual thumb studs right there, so that's a definite plus. And it looks like to be the Tac-Force logo right there, and on the back of the blade, you've got your information, where it's made, all that kind of stuff, fun stuff. But I'm kind of curious, because usually these knives do a pretty good job, especially from Tac-Force right out of the box. They're pretty sharp, so I'm actually getting quite a few hairs with this one. One thing I'm gonna go do, check out and see how really sharp this thing is. Let's go ahead, test it out on some paper. All right, let's go ahead, open this thing up and see what we're dealing with on the cut down. So let's see how well this thing catches. So, wow, no problem whatsoever. Very little ripping. Let's try that a couple more times. You're gonna have no problem whatsoever catching on that knife. Let's go ahead and test out the point and see if there's any push right there on that point. So, very little push. That's actually really nice. On the cut down, even the front of that Tanto blade is still very, very sharp. Very minimal ripping, actually. Did a really good job, guys. All right, so right out of the box, this thing is actually pretty sharp. Really minimal tearing right there. Not bad at all. One thing I want to talk about is this trigger. Super, super fast trigger. This thing's even faster than some of the Speedster models that they have. I mean, very, very light touch to the trigger right there. Opens up super nicely. Got a line of lock. I'll show you that right here. So, as you can see, that little piece of metal at the bottom right there. All you got to do, press that down, and it allows your blade to lock back into place. Really nice, one hand, open and close, no problem whatsoever. Let's go ahead and go into some of the details on this handle, give you guys a quick little close-up on that as well. Got your aluminum handle, and it seems to be, I really like how they put the colors together. You have the orange on the back right here and the black on the front. You have your EMT little emblem right there. And then one thing I do like about this as well is this glass breaker. They incorporated the lanyard hole into that glass breaker, which was pretty cool. Never seen that before. And then you got your seatbelt cutter on the top right there. Back portion of the knife, you've got your stainless steel pocket clip right there. As well for as the aesthetic side of it, they have lots of grooves and indents. The texture is really nice. As you can see, it has a really nice thumb ramp right there. You guys can see that right there in the camera. On the bottom, lots and lots of thumb groove, or originally just one finger groove right there, but it gives you a really nice feel to it. It's almost a little small in my hands, and I don't have super big hands. So for you bigger guys, this is gonna be a little small in your hands. On the defensive standpoint, that's pretty good too. Definitely gonna have this get in the way of your thumb. It's almost it's not super sharp, but it's kind of, I guess you could say, kind of big. So that's so-so on the defensive standpoint, but definitely has a really nice grip right here with the, without the extension right here. Would have been a little bit nicer, but kind of curious to see how this thing's gonna feel in the pocket, because the belt clip, dang, that thing's actually pretty beefy. Give you guys one more close-up on this thing. Pretty beefy little belt clip right here. Oh God, it's almost hard to ring with my finger right there. Let's go ahead, slide it on into the pocket and see what we're dealing with. All right guys, let's go ahead and slide it down in the pocket, see what we're dealing with. Slides in relatively easily, slides all the way down to the top of that knife. I really like that. As you can see right there, there's no knife sticking out the top. The belt clip is positioned really, really nice, or pocket clip rather. Let's see on the slide out. One-handed, super easy. The trigger is right there, so I'm really liking this belt clip so far. Let's try this one more time and check out the printing. Printing, you can kind of see it. It's about average, not too bad. Let's see on the concealability, especially with a t-shirt on and some jeans, you're not going to be able to see that knife, even the belt clip sticking down. So they did a really good job with that. One-hand deployment, really liking this belt clip, guys. So far, so good. I mean, this thing fit into the pocket really nicely. I mean, all the aspects so far are really adding up really nicely. Got a real nice sharp blade on there. The aesthetics on it are really nice. Super nice trigger on there, open and close. So far, so good. One thing though, in the pocket, you definitely could feel this thing had some weight to it, just because it's an aluminum / stainless steel compared to like your plastics and your rubbers. So kind of curious to see how this thing's gonna weigh up. So one thing we're gonna do, let's go ahead and grab the scale and see what we're dealing with on the weights as well as the measurements on the thing. All right, let's go ahead and grab the weight and measurements on this thing. It's actually a little bit heavier, just because it's gonna be all that stainless steel.
an aluminum right there, but let's see, 4.57. So a little bit, I guess you could say average for this size of knife. You know, it's not a super big knife, but it is a little bulkier than usual. Let's go ahead and grab the measurements on this thing. Guessing close to 8 inches. Let's see, total length with that glass breaker, we're gonna be looking at just shy of 8 inches. So yeah, that's actually not too bad at all. The length of the blade, you're gonna have about 3 inches total, but you're gonna have about 2 inches on that belly right there, because you know you got that Tanto blade, so you got about an inch right there on that Tanto blade. So really 2 inches of cutting room right there. Let's see, closed up, you're gonna be dealing with just shy of 5 inches, so about 4 3/4. So it is a little bit on the smaller side of knives, but I do like it a lot.
Relatively light knife for the size of it, so that's definite plus. I mean, really guys, this is actually a really nice knife. All aspects of it, you know, it's sharp, it looks really nice, that it slides really nice in and out of the pocket, and it's like got a real nice weight to it. I guess you could say it's about average. That's the only really con is the weight, but it's not even a con, it's just kind of just average on the thing. Really recommend this knife, guys, especially for you guys tactical guys. It's got, this thing's loaded, you know. You've got your seatbelt cutter, you've got your glass breaker, you've got your lanyard hole in the glass breaker. The only thing really on the tactical side that it doesn't have is that that serration. But you know, that's not a big deal. Would be a nice little everyday carry too. I mean, guys, cannot go wrong with this knife. This is the TF-640EMT knife from Tac-Force. Highly recommend it. I'll leave that link down in the description if you want to go ahead and pick one up. But that's about it for the review, guys. If you're interested, every Friday night we give away knives just like this. Other knives as well, big, small, you name it. Any type of knives, really. Fixed blades, karambits. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff. Every Friday night from 5 to 6 o'clock Central Time. Go ahead and check us out. We'd like to do a little live stream. And we'll do a little hangout after that. You know, it's just kind of a fun little thing to do with the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Drop a like, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.
Listen.